Hey, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to tackle a question that has been puzzling some of you who use iTerm2 on your Mac. The issue at hand is the dragend event not firing when dragging into iTerm2 window. If you've encountered this problem before, you know how frustrating it can be. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's going on and why this happened. The dragend event is a crucial part of handling drag and drop interactions in your application. It's the last event fired after a drag operation is completed, signaling that the user has released the mouse button or stopped touching the screen. However, when dealing with iTerm2 windows, it seems like this event doesn't behave as expected. So what's going on here? Why does this happen, and more importantly, how can we deal with this issue? Let's dive in and explore the world of drag and drop events in iTerm2 windows. To understand why the dragend event isn't fired when dragging into an iTerm2 window, let's first break down what happens during a typical drag operation. When you start dragging something, your browser or application fires a series of events to track the progress of the drag. These include the drag start, drag, and finally, the dragend event. However, iTerm2 is not just any ordinary window. It's a terminal emulator that uses its own rendering engine and has its own way of handling user interaction. When you drag something into an iTerm2 window, it seems like the drag operation doesn't quite follow the standard behavior we're used to in other applications. One reason for this discrepancy could be due to how iTerm2 handles mouse events. Since iTerm2 is primarily a terminal emulator, it's optimized for keyboard input rather than mouse interaction. This means that its event handling mechanism might not be as robust when dealing with drag and drop operations. Another possible explanation lies in the way iTerm2 renders its content. Unlike other applications that use native GUI components to render their windows, iTerm2 uses a custom rendering engine to draw the terminal interface. This custom rendering could potentially interfere with how events are propagated and handled within the application. Now, let's consider an analogy to help solidify our understanding. Imagine you're at a restaurant trying to order food from a menu written in a language you don't understand. The menu represents the iTerm2 window, and the language barrier symbolizes the custom rendering engine and event handling mechanism of iTerm2. Just as you might struggle to communicate your order effectively due to the language barrier, the dragend event struggles to propagate correctly through the iTerm2 application because of its unique architecture. This analogy isn't a perfect representation, but it should give you an idea of why things don't work as smoothly as we'd like. So, what are the main points to take away from our discussion today? Firstly, understand that the dragend event not firing when dragging into an iTerm2 window is largely due to how iTerm2 handles user interactions and renders its content. The application's custom architecture can sometimes lead to unexpected behavior. Secondly, keep in mind that this issue might not be specific to iTerm2 alone. Other applications with similar architectures or rendering engines could exhibit similar problems. Lastly, when dealing with such issues, it's essential to delve deeper into the specifics of how each application handles events and user interaction. This understanding will help you develop more effective workarounds or solutions. And that's a wrap for today. I hope this video has provided you with a clear explanation of why the dragend event might not fire when dragging into an iTerm2 window. Remember, it's essential to understand the underlying mechanics of how applications handle events and user interactions. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to explore in future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and consider subscribing for more content on software development, coding challenges, and much more. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all in the next one.